I watched in horror as my father, dead for a month, slowly, sickeningly, began to piece himself back together on the floor of his forbidden study. These weren't just packages. They were a macabre delivery, part of a horrifying project my father kept secret, even from his family. A project that defied death itself. The phone call from him was just the beginning. A chilling prelude to the unspeakable truth hidden within those innocent-looking cardboard crates. Blood-stained floors, a rattling phone, the unsettling smile of a delivery man, and the chilling whisper of my father's voice echoing through an empty house. All to that moment, to the realization that some secrets are better left buried. It all started with the truck, a beat-up, rust-eaten hulk of metal that squealed like a dying animal as it ground to a halt outside my isolated house, my father, Dr. Maros. Ken Song had died just last month, a gruesome accident in a vacuum-sealed location that left him unidentifiable. Awesome, but the world kept delivering his mail. This was the first package since, and I knew it wouldn't be a sympathy card. Two figures emerged from the truck, a reedy man named Topher and his pudgy sidekick, Humphrey. They were yelling, frantic, as they wrestled unseen cargo. The whole scene felt wrong. My father was a government scientist, secretive and terrifying. His study was a forbidden zone, filled with instruments that looked like torture devices. He'd always barked at me to send away his packages, threatening if I ever dared peek. If I die, he'd warned, you don't go in that study and you never sell this house, just let it rot. I'd lived by his rules even now. But these men, with their stack of 5 heavy boxes labeled Dr. Kensong's Eyes Only, seemed determined to break them. I tried to refuse the delivery. Humphrey looked distressed, muttering about no exceptions today. Topher, the smoother one, parked the truck, leaving the boxes. The implication was clear. These packages were staying. I went inside, making coffee, but the oppressive weight of my father's locked study pressed in me. It felt like something was breathing behind that door. Then my phone buzzed, a private number. Hesitantly, I answered. Hello? Kim speaking. Afternoon, Kim, a voice rumbled. It was him. My father. My phone clattered to the floor. The shock was immense. He'd always called from private lines, his blunt tone etched into my memory. Tears streamed down my face, Dad. How would he cut me off? Are you done? It doesn't matter how I'm calling. Bring the boxes inside. Leave them in my study. But don't linger. Goodbye, Kim. Then silence, he was gone again. Stunned, I shambled back to the front door. Topher and Humphrey were worried. Oh man, we're waiting, the boss eerily close. We know where to go, ma'am, Ken informed us, Topher said softly. My mind reeled. How could my dead father inform them? I stepped aside, a puppet on invisible strings, and watched them enter. When I stammered the study was locked, Humphrey smiled, a glint of silver from a key. Not a problem, miss. My stomach churned. They knew. They shoved the boxes into the inky blackness, their hushed argument barely audible before they reappeared. Tipping hats, everything will get better soon, ma'am, Topher promised. And they left, leaving the study's door ajar, a gaping maw luring me in. I walked to the doors, intending to slam them shut, but a dreadful curiosity pulled me inside. Papers, filing cabinets, books, nothing out of the ordinary. My foot kicked a trash can, sending it rolling. It bumped the stack of boxes, and the highest, heaviest one toppled. They crashed to the floor with a sickening, wet thud, sliding open. Instinctively, I reached for a smaller box, only for its flaps to peel open. A red shape, glistening and grotesque, plopped out, leaving a small brown stain. A human heart, it began to writhe and beat, spurting translucent, crimson-tinged blood onto the polished wood. I choked, stumbled back, and ran to the bathroom, vomiting hysterically into the toilet. Gasping for air, I pulled out my phone, fingers fumbling as I dialed 911. I stared at the bathroom door frame, half expecting something to burst in. To stop me. 2 men. My dead father, boxes of harvested organs. I shrieked into the phone, begging for help. The operator, confused but calm, urged me to breathe. To stay on the line, I was about to ask how long it would be when a voice, chillingly familiar, echoed through the house, cutting through my panic. You shouldn't have done that. My phone slid from my grasp, cracking on the tiles. Dad? I whispered, my voice trembling. But there was no reply. The setting sun cast long, distorted shadows, making the hallway stretch and twist. Dad, was that you? Silence. I turned the final corner. The forbidden room calling to me, the study. The boxes lay open, their contents spilled. Fingers, a shredded arm, an eyeball. And then I saw him, amidst the carnage, on the floor of his study, meticulously, horrifyingly, piecing it itself back together.